Hey, it's Joe Amoya, founder and creator of GPSforlove.com. Today, you're going to learn the two things that you absolutely must do if you're going to get a guy to keep being interested in you. So we're just going to go right into it. So the first thing, and this is one of those common sense things, kind of like duh, is simply be interesting. Now, I know some of you going, yeah, but what the hell does that mean? So let me explain. Let's think about this. The guy's going to spend the rest of his life with you and only you. You've got to be interesting. You've got to be something that makes him want to stay with you. So I'll let you see how that kind of works with my marriage with my wife, Natalie. The reason why I continue want to commit myself to her day in, day out, year after year, is because she's simply interesting. She's fun to be with. She's fun to be with. She's fun to be around. And so she keeps me interested. She keeps me engaged. And it's the little simple things. Now, I know some of you going, yeah, but what do I do? Is there a book on that? Can I dress a certain way? There's certain things I can do. No. And this is where it gets really easy. Because in order to be interesting, there's only one thing you have to do. And that's simply to be the real you. Be the genuine you. Be that feminine awesomeness that you are. And when the right guy, and this is key, we'll talk about this in a second, when the right guy comes along, he's going to notice that because you're going to be exactly what he's looking for. And so that's all you have to do is to keep a guy interested. Simply be you, the real you. Now, I will preface this because if you think the real you is being a bitch, it's being controlling, it's being jealous, it's being insecure. That's not what being masculine, woman who's got more balls than a guy. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that true essence of a woman that you are, that authentic, loving creature. And so when you show up as that from the beginning, that will generally keep a guy's interest. Now, here's something that you're not going to see in most other places, and this is the second thing. If you really want to keep a guy interested in you, you must pick a guy who is the right guy for you. Okay? The guy who is going to be interested in you. Because let's be honest, if you can step back, if you're not in a relationship right now, there's a certain type. The guy you're looking for fits, I'm sorry, it's early in the morning here, fits a very specific type. Okay, think of it like if you are hiring for this specific position in this company. It's like you've got a profile that this guy must fit. Well, that's kind of how it works. One of the things I see all the time in our community is, and this may not be you, but if it is, you might want to take some mirror time. It's, you know what, Joe, I'll just take any guy who walks into my door, who pays attention and who throws me crumbs. As long as he's breathing, as long as he's got a penis and two testicles, you know what, that fits my criteria, as long as he wants to be with me. No, there's got to be more than that. When I work with my private mentoring clients, I take them through a process called a checklist for love. And the checklist for love is a 3-step process where we literally get clear on what are those important qualities and characteristics that they absolutely must have in order for them to spend the rest of their life with someone. See, when you understand what those important qualities and characteristics are, those things that you absolutely need, then it's simply a matter of hiring the right guy, going out there and screening before you jump into a relationship, dating a guy, getting to know him, see if he's the kind of guy that you're looking for. I think one of the reasons why my relationship with my wife, Natalie, works so well, we've been together now 15 years, married 13, is that we were both crystal clear from the beginning exactly what we were looking for. And we were willing to walk away when that person didn't have all of those important things. Now, I will preface this by saying, making a checklist doesn't mean you've got a list of 82 things, okay? It's usually a handful of things. When I work with my clients, it's usually anywhere from 7 to 12 things. Because think about it. If you're going to be in a relationship with someone, those important things, they're vital. Okay, and so there's really only, a good handful or so of those really, really important things. All those other things are simply preferences. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't get a preference, but the health and vitality of your relationship isn't based on a preference. It's based on what you need. Now, again, I know I threw a lot at you, but today you might want to go back and watch this over again and really take this in and really absorb how important it is that if you're going to keep a guy interested in you, there's only these two things that you absolutely must do. And I promise you, if you do these things and you keep your eyes and ears open and you're willing to walk away from the guys who can't give you everything you need, you'll find that this journey towards love becomes much easier and much more enjoyable. So I'd love to hear from you. I want you to take some mirror time, take a good look in the mirror and say, which of these two things haven't I been doing so well? What can I do a little differently? And if you have any questions,